Hi, this is the next video in helping you to develop thumb independence when playing fingerstyle guitar. In the first video I just looked at playing the bass notes with the thumb, but in this video I want to show you how to add in some melody notes playing with other fingers. Now if you want to watch my first video, the link's here. And that would be your best place to start because I've put it into exercises just to help you gradually develop up to develop this skill. Okay, before we get into the exercise, just a few things I want to say. This is a guitar tuned to open D. The reason it's tuned to open D is so I don't have to fret any notes to make chords. So it's basically a D major chord when I play the strings open, which will make it easier for you to see what I'm doing. Also, when I'm playing this, like in the first video, all the bass notes will be quarter notes. So it'll be on each beat of the bar in 4/4 time. The melody notes will either be quarter notes as well or eighth notes. The reason I'm just sticking to these notes is because they're by far the most common that are used, and it's a good way to build up without getting more complex notes involved. In terms of what finger to play on each string, I've done a video on this a while ago, so you could watch that. But what I'm going to stick to is that the bass notes are played with the thumb, and that'll be the bottom three strings of the guitar. And the top three strings will be the melody line. And like I said, it's up to you which fingers you choose to play them with. Like so. So let's get started on the next lesson and introduce the melody line into playing. In this exercise, I want to start introducing the melody notes. I'm going to play the bass notes regularly on each beat of the bar like I did in the first video, but now I'm going to add a melody note in it as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the melody notes as quarter notes on each beat of the bar as well. So that means they'll be played with each bass note. I'll move across the strings and play them on different strings so you can get the hang of this. I hope you got on okay with the previous exercise. This one's going to be very similar. The only difference is we won't be playing the melody notes on each beat of the bar, we'll be playing them between each beat of the bar. So instead of playing them with the bass notes, we'll be playing them between the bass notes. So it'll be bass note, melody note, bass note, melody note. And it'll still be the same duration of spacing between the notes, they'll just be slightly offset. We've had a look at playing each melody note on each beat of the bar and between each beat of the bar. Now I want to combine the two and play them on and between each beat of the bar. Now, in the previous couple of exercises, the melody notes would have been a quarter note in length, but because we're playing them on and between each beat of the bar, they'll now be an eighth note in length, so they'll be half the time. If you're struggling with this exercise, start off slow and build up the speed. But like all of them, the whole purpose is to get the bass notes and the melody notes played at regular intervals in a regimented pattern. Okay, I hope you got on okay with them. Now what I want to do is change up the bass pattern. What I'm going to do now is introduce a Travis picking pattern. Now if you remember, Travis picking's where you alternate between bass strings like so as you play. So what I want to do is bring in this Travis picking pattern and have the melody notes played on each beat of the bar, between it, and both together, on and between. Now I'll mix it up a bit more in this, and I'll put in different patterns moving between different strings to give you a bit more variation. I hope you got on okay with that. In this last exercise, what I want to do is put together everything we've learned so far. What I'm going to do is play through a short 5-bar piece. In it, it'll have a mixture of different melody notes, so there'll be some quarter notes, some eighth notes, and they'll be played on different strings, and they'll occur at different intervals throughout the bar. Now I'm going to play through this twice. The first time I play through it, I'll be playing the bass notes with 4 bass notes on the same string and switching between strings. The second time I play through it, I'll be playing it with a Travis picking pattern, which will be switching between strings. So see how you get on with this. I hope you got on okay with that. If you're able to play that competently, you're well on your way to developing this skill of thumb independence and playing fingerstyle guitar really well. If you're struggling with it, what I recommend is that you start slow and build up the speed. The whole idea is to get the bass notes getting played at regular intervals, and this is what gives it its sound. And obviously you have to make sure the melody notes are played in the correct place as well. If you are struggling, I recommend you maybe use a metronome to do this and set it for quite a slow tempo. And what that'll do is that'll sound out when the bass notes are to be played, and that'll help you keep the bass notes at regular intervals. And if you go through the other exercises, you should be able to fit the melody notes in as well. That's all I want to do in this video. In the next video, what I want to do is introduce the other hand, the fretting hand, and start playing some notes on the fretboard and making some chords as you do the finger picking with the other hand. It may seem easy, but it can really mess things up, because now you have to have two hands, you have to coordinate at once, and it just adds another dimension that complicates things. So that's what we'll look at in the next video, and thanks for watching.